The world is full of stories about people who have overcome incredible odds to achieve success, but few stories are as inspiring as that of Richard Branson. Born into an average family, Richard struggled with dyslexia and struggled in school. But rather than let his learning difficulties hold him back, Richard refused to let his dreams be limited by his circumstances. He went on to become one of the most successful entrepreneurs of all time, with a net worth of over $4 billion. So, how did a young man with such humble beginnings go on to achieve such incredible successes? Let's dive into the story of Richard Branson and find out. Early life and struggles. Richard Branson was born into an ordinary family in a small town in Surrey, England. As a child, he struggled with dyslexia, which made it difficult for him to read and write. He found it hard to keep up with his studies, and he was often teased by his classmates. Despite his difficulties, Richard was a curious and imaginative child with a keen interest in business. At the age of 16, Richard decided to start his own magazine. He called it Student and set out to make it a success. He spent countless hours writing and editing articles and even sold advertising space to local businesses. To his surprise, the magazine was a hit, and it quickly gained a large following. It was distributed to schools and universities across the country, and it became a valuable resource for students looking to stay informed and connected. The success of Student gave Richard the confidence to pursue other business opportunities. He realized that he had a knack for entrepreneurship and a passion for creating new things. He started to think about what other businesses he could start, and he began to explore new ideas. The birth of Virgin. As Richard Branson's entrepreneurial journey continued, he stumbled upon an idea that would change his life forever. In 1970, he founded Virgin as a mail-order record retailer. He started by selling records out of the trunk of his car, delivering them by hand to customers who had ordered them through his mail-order catalog. Despite the challenges he faced, including limited funds and tough competition from established record retailers, Richard remained determined to make his business a success. He was always looking for new ways to improve his operations and provide the best possible service to his customers. Eventually, Richard was able to open up his own record store, which quickly became a popular destination for music lovers. He had a knack for finding the latest and greatest in music, and he was always on the lookout for new talent. His store soon became a hub for musicians, and he formed close relationships with many of them. The success of the record store led to the creation of Virgin Records, which quickly became one of the biggest record labels in the world. Richard signed some of the most influential and iconic musicians of the time, including the Rolling Stones and Phil Collins. His label became known for its unconventional and innovative approach to music, and it helped to shape the sound of popular music for decades to come. Expansion of the Virgin brand. As Richard Branson's success with Virgin Records continued to grow, he began to think about expanding the brand into other industries. He had always been an entrepreneur at heart, and he was eager to explore new opportunities and push the boundaries of what was possible. In 1984, Richard founded Virgin Atlantic Airways, which quickly became one of the most successful airlines in the world. He saw an opportunity to disrupt the airline industry, which at the time was dominated by a few large carriers. He believed that there was a market for a new kind of airline, one that focused on customer service and provided a more comfortable and enjoyable flying experience. Richard's vision for Virgin Atlantic Airways was bold and ambitious. He invested heavily in new planes and amenities, such as flatbeds and in-flight entertainment systems that were unheard of at the time. He also hired a team of top-notch employees who were dedicated to providing the best possible service to the customers. The success of Virgin Atlantic Airways inspired Richard to expand into other industries. He founded Virgin Mobile, which became a leading provider of mobile phone service in the UK. He also created Virgin Money, a financial service company that offered everything from credit cards to mortgages. And he launched Virgin Health Bank, which stored stem cells for newborns for potential medical use in the future. Lessons learned. Richard Branson's success as an entrepreneur can be attributed to many things, but perhaps most importantly, it was his willingness to take risks. From the very beginning, Richard was never content to simply follow the status quo. He was always looking for new opportunities and ways to disrupt the established industries. One of the key factors in Richard's successes was his ability to see opportunities where others didn't. He had a knack for identifying gaps in the market and coming up with innovative solutions to fill them. Whether it was launching a mail-order record business or starting a new airline, Richard was always looking for ways to push the boundaries of what was possible. Another factor that contributed to Richard's success was his commitment to creating a strong brand. He understood that a strong brand was essential for building a loyal customer base and creating long-term success. He worked tirelessly to build the Virgin brand, investing heavily in advertising and marketing campaigns that helped to establish the brand as a symbol of quality and innovation. Perhaps one of Richard's greatest strengths as an entrepreneur was his willingness to pivot his strategy if something wasn't working. He understood that failure was a natural part of the entrepreneurial journey, and he was always willing to learn from his mistakes and make changes as needed. But perhaps most importantly, Richard understood the importance of building a strong team. He surrounded himself with talented individuals who shared his vision and empowered them to make decisions and take risks. He believed that a strong team was essential for achieving long-term success, and he worked tirelessly to build a culture of collaboration and innovation with his companies. Today, Richard Branson is widely regarded as one of the most successful entrepreneurs of all time. His story is a reminder of the power of hard work, determination, and a willingness to take risks. And his legacy as an innovator and disruptor continues to inspire countless entrepreneurs around the world. We hope this video has inspired you to pursue your own entrepreneurial dreams and to never give up on your vision. Thank you for watching.